Hello, mateys. Good morning, good afternoon. Whatever they say in other countries, and I don't know if it's morning or afternoon when you're watching this anyway. Scott Benson, Skid Steer Premier, YouTube channel Georgia Nuts. If you want to see somebody act stupid and eat a lot, just subscribe to my channel. I've got the #1 channel for ugliness. All right, getting to business. It rained pretty much off and on for the last couple of days, which is going to kind of mess this job up a little bit for me to start, but I am going to try to at least be productive somehow today on this job. I'm going to go down here, and unfortunately, I hate when this happens, but I got the skid steer already connected to the dump truck on the trailer, and I need 2 more attachments on the trailer, and the only way really to get them on the trailer is take the skid steer back off the dump truck, which it's chained down and everything. So I could put those attachments on another trailer and take it with a different truck, but I would end up having to hook the other trailer up. You know, it's still almost about the same thing. So let's go down here and think about it. You know, if you watched any of my previous videos, you're going to know for sure I have a hard time making decisions. You know, hey, is it a ham sandwich or is it a mac rib meal? I'm not sure. Stay tuned to see. Let's get on down there to the truck, and I'll talk to you about the job on the way. This job is a driveway, and me and the customer kind of talked about a lot of stuff, but we didn't get to talk about some things I've been thinking about. And again, if you know me, you know that I take and change the job quite a bit off and on. Even last night while I woke up at 3 o'clock thinking about it. So he's got this area, it's got like a 45 tilt on the driveway. He needs 9 loads of crush and run, and I'd like to get that tilt out. The problem is his driveway is super tight on property lines of both sides when you first go in, and he really needs some ditches on the side to run some water around and stuff, but it's just not doable really. And I'll show you when we get there. But you know what I've been considering is maybe you know, we got a budget, of course, and what I've been considering is, let's get to moving. While just want to let that warm up a little bit, shoot some oil around through there. But he's I've been considering overnight and stuff that he's got a couple of spots where the water, I'm scared once I build the driveway up and it crowns, that it's probably gonna hold water. You know, puddle water beside the driveway. And so I'm thinking I might grab a couple of 8-inch dual wall pipes, 6 or 8 inch, and maybe taking, just throw those in, man. You know, that would really solve the problems in those areas. The problem is with the budget, I was gonna eat a load of dirt to level up the 45-degree tilt in the driveway, but I can't eat a load of dirt and eat the 2 pipes that I've done dreamed up on this job. So, you know, again, now I've done put myself in a spot where we either got to come up, which it ain't a lot, but it is when you're talking about $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. We either got to come up with another. I'm eating 250. Maybe he could eat 250. We'll see. Of course, now it's wet and can't get no dirt until it dries up. Might be better off just trying to build it up, crush and run, even though that's not the most economical way to do it. But because dirt's cheaper than crush and run, then you put the crush and run on there and be cheaper. So I'm gonna chew on that too. right now, skid steer's chained down. And I think, see, I can't put, I need the vibrator roller, but I can't put the vibrator roller. Let me think about this before I hold you up on video forever. Okay, thought it through. Didn't put you through that pain and agony. I'm gonna go ahead and take the skid steer over there and drop it off the way it is on this trailer, so I don't have to unchain it two times, 3 times, how many ever times, and drop it off and drop the trailer and the skid steer off. Then I got to go to the rock quarry and get a load of 34s, I think, or either type 1. I ain't made my mind up on that either. And then I'm gonna come back and get this trailer and hook it to the F350 and load the vibrator roller and the front hoe attachment for the skid steer. And I'll take it over there this afternoon when I take the 2 20-foot pipes that are either going to be 6 by 20 or 8 by 20 this afternoon when I meet up with him to talk about some of that stuff. So that's what's going to be the plan. I've got to hook the trailer up anyway because I'm considering going picking up the Takeuchi Miniettes tomorrow. I think it's supposed to kind of be a pretty rough rain tonight, so if it does, I'll go ahead and already have the F350 and that trailer connected to do that. So either way, I've got to hook that trailer up to the F350. So anyway, let's get this dump truck to warming up. I gotta go back to side by side. I'm gonna end up forgetting my bag and cooler. Fat boy can't forget his cooler. Man, it's crazy. I think last time, my last video, it was 30 in the morning, which is probably pretty close to something like that now. And then it was 80. Now it's back to 30. And it will get up to 60 soon. Way to go, old Nelly. Old Nelly never lets me down. Well, she's let me down. But don't we all? My old body lets me down sometimes too. All right, let's let this thing warm up. And I'm going to gather a few other things up and we'll get going in a minute. All right, got to the job, pulled in, things was tight, backing the trailer up, and already starting out with some bad luck. I've never had this happen before, but now I've learned something else again. I was backing this trailer up. And it jackknife. I've seen all kinds of cool stuff happening, and that jack right here got that tire and it's busted. So did a job on that. So now I gotta wait on the tire man to come and fix my tire here. So while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and unload the skid steer, and then I'll just go ahead and take you down the driveway and show you around. I got plenty of time. This is the driveway. It's pretty long. It'll take a minute to walk down here too. But not starting on any of this. He's got some good number 4 rock down through here, you know, and so he's pretty good to go. I don't know if he wants me to, you know, try to skim this up and get some of the little humps, ruts out of it. I hate to even mess with it, if you'll know the truth, because it's already packed in real good. So I'm gonna recommend if he just waits until he gets him some crush and run and continue up through this way. But this Y right here goes to the shop, and what we're planning on doing is starting right here at this spot right here. And you can see this ain't nothing but standard old silt stuff. So I'm gonna go all the way down here, and I hate it because I can't tailgate. See the big limbs? I don't want to tear my tarp off. You know, some of it I might be able to get down through here, and some spots on down this way. Of course, right there's a power pole to the left, and up there somewhere, I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, there's a guide wire pole that runs to this one. And so you know, my dump bed wouldn't hit that. But I'll tell you what, I suck when it comes to making those mistakes. And of course I got a flat tire right now, so last thing I want to do is make another mistake. But down through here is pretty decent. I got this one limb right here that's gonna grab me, you know. So, you know, I've learned, if you want to know the truth, when in doubt, just don't do it. I mean, geez, man, I really did not know. I ain't had that trailer long, so I really didn't know. I should have, you know, look, if you got a trailer, take my advice. Go outside and jackknife it, and keep jackknifing it until you get in and out, until you see where you at. I didn't do that with this trailer either, and it got me. So let's keep looking. Down through here, and of course I'm full of trees at the top. You know, want to get right along in here, and I might have to drop the bed, and I might spread all this stuff with a skid steer. But we got in the budget 9 loads of crush and run, and I don't think it's going to be enough from the Y to the road, but we just going to go start from the road and head toward the Y, and we're going to go as far as we can. I'm going to end up time lapsing this walk. It's a long one. Boy, if I could tailgate this, I might could stretch that crush and run. And you see right here how it's tilted. But it's a long driveway. I'm thinking right here, I might try to build this up and put a pipe in, a little pipe. As you can see, obviously, water's coming from here. There's no room at all to, this is neighbor's property, where the fence is, okay? Over here's neighbor's property. So there's not a lot of room for about nothing. So we're gonna see what we can come up with right here. And then on up here, and I'm gonna kind of keep it from getting boring, and I'm gonna stop us about right up in here. But you know, this little sideways spot's what makes it tough. How you doing, man?
Good, how about you?
I'm talking on the video if you hear me acting stupid. Alright. Alright. Now we're here at the road. All right, so anyway, that was a quick rundown of the before. I'm gonna meet with him this afternoon, see if I can talk to him a little bit. I think I'm really want to revise this project a little bit. I'm gonna recommend up there in that slant area that you see me put my hand in the picture. I'm gonna recommend that we cut a small ditch on one side and bring in 3 loads of dirt or something like that. I'll skim out all that rock. It's down there, it's good too, and reuse it. But I think he would be better off taking 1 load of crush and run, putting dirt and fixing that right, even if he has to wait and save up later to continue on down through here with the crush and run. But you know, what's the use of doing it if it's not gonna be something that's gonna last? So, you know, me and him's gonna have that conversation a little bit later on this afternoon to let you know how it goes. Right now, I'm just gonna get in the skid steer and ride the end of the driveway because I don't have no cell service, and see if I can wait on the tire changing fella to show up. Thank you. All right, it's tire fixing time. Pulling back in the driveway to grab the dump truck, head down and get a load of surge, and just paid Yon. And look, they're great people. I ain't complaining at all. They came out to the job site where I was at, put the tire on. It's mobile. You know, you just can't beat it at the end of the day. They're awesome, great service, family owned. So when I complained about the bill, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not really complaining about it. I just want to tell you what the end results was from the accident that I caused. You know, it's real frustrating when you make a stupid mistake like that, and you know, you try to get to the point where you learn, I ain't gonna let that happen again, you know, because it's very costly. That's what mistakes are for. But yesterday, not only did I learn something about the mistake I made puncturing the tire, but I also learned patience. A lot of patience, man. No cell phone all day long, no way to leave, nobody to call. I was really lucky to get out. the 3 times I got out and we got disconnected long enough for Yon to get my address, name, and telephone number and what tire I needed. Or I would have been pretty much driving the skid steer up the road somewhere trying to get out. Like I said, he couldn't even get out to get paid. So just got back from paying him. It was $540.91. And I honestly think that's good, because, you know, a decent tire for a dump truck's gonna cost you about $400 anyway. At least the tire I like to run, the ply I like to run. So chalk it up, lesson learned, and move on with the day. So let's head to the quarry. You got 02 coming on the back tail. All right, it's 5:14 a.m. next day. This job I started, I officially took some of my equipment over on 2 weeks ago today. So that just shows you pretty much the rain and trying to get dirt and just put a really damper on this thing. But this is probably gonna be a 2-part video because I'm already 30 minutes in and I hadn't even got into the action yet doing some of this stuff. So I'm probably gonna get over there and do some time lapse today and then cut it off. And then if you would, watch the continuation of my next video, which will show the final project done. But right now, Fat Boy is making him some lunch, because over in the sticks, I don't think I'm gonna find anything to eat today. So I'm going to be eating and getting it. Today is the famous tortilla, ham, lettuce, ranch, and pepper tortilla. That's what it is. And maybe some Funyuns. Whatever it takes, man. See you at the job. All right, it's a brisk 19 degrees this morning. I got to get the equipment started and let it be warming up. I hope that that one starts. I already brought the jump box because I'm pretty concerned. Okay, like I thought, I kind of called that one right. Gonna have to see if we can break out the jump box, do some jumping off. While I'm at it, might as well look around all this other stuff. All right, my customer pulled up to go to work right when I was getting all this done. So anyway, I had a feeling that was what was gonna happen, and it did. And I'm glad I brought the jump box because it was in the dump truck and I am in my regular truck this morning. So thank goodness I'm kind of used to, you know, Not stuff cranking, but man, this, like I said, it's cold. It's 19. So let's get this thing zipped back up, closed up, so we can get to work. Them later. They're cold, stiff, and hard to get back on, so I'm not gonna fight them. the job had changed since I originally went over it with you. This, you probably wondered what I kind of was doing in the clip before. This right here is, I'm trying to clean out this this topsoil and these spoils and get rid of them. What I'm trying to do is, the ditch comes down through here, and I'm planning on laying some surge right along in here and then covering it with dirt and making this just not only an area for water to go out over here, but also to make this just about a foot long, a foot wider. Because if you look, this pole right here, it's just so tight right here in the curve. And he just mentioned he was kind of concerned somebody's going to fall off in the ditch making it around through there. So I'm going to bring that out a little bit more in that curve, make it a little bit more persuasive, because they were actually going way over there anyway from the start. But I think if I can just get it over just a tad, we'll be all right. You know, I think that fence right over there, I don't know if you can see it, there's a post in that right there. So from what me and him went together, we're not invading the right of way of anybody's property. But right here, I'm just gonna try to open this up a little bit. So let's keep rocking. I'm gonna put some surge down to support it, because everybody's tire is gonna dig in right there, and when they turn, and it's just not gonna be strong with that topsoil and junk right there. So I'm gonna try to put some red dirt and then surge down, and you know, then put the rock on top of it, and it should be good. Okay, I'm having to switch kind of between machines and do a little digging and then do a little pushing. I know you probably see me, I'm using some of this dirt. It's kind of junk, just to kind of lose it a little bit as I'm digging. But I can assure you, I've got material back here, number 4s and stuff like that, that's going to be going down in the bottom down here before I even bring in real dirt. I'm bringing in fill dirt, but this is just a small amount, you know, so just wanted to kind of put that out there. But I've got plenty of stuff to make a great base. The most important thing that I want material on in this ditch area is going to be right there in the curb. And so I'm going to catch back up with you in a little bit and show you what I've progressed through the day. I've got to really just kind of get on this thing for a little bit. All right, I wanted to give you a quick update. I'm trying to beat the rain, and me and this GoPro ain't getting along too good. As you can see, my fingers in front of it right now. See that? I just can't figure this thing out, man. Everybody does GoPro. It's supposed to be the best thing since sliced bread. And I guess since I'm old school, having to change from my phone to GoPro, you know, it does have its advantages. I mean, like that mount and stuff is all magnetic, so I can just clip it to the next mount. People will GoPro know this. I don't know why I'm telling you this. All right, let's get to the job. Rain's coming in tonight. I can't leave this man on a slippery slope, so here's where I'm at right now. I've actually got a lot done. I actually took and stole quite a bit of that crushing run. I got 4s in there right now, but I stole quite a bit of that 2 loads of crushing run and got all this smoothed out enough to get him in and out until the rain stops, so we can continue this with crushing run. kind of manicured this ditch a little bit, and this one over here, you know, I don't know if he wants to put surge in it. Probably will. And I guess what I'm trying to get to, my mind sidetracked, is right there. I think I had on video that I dug a pipe right here, and this is really not for anything major. If you look right here, this goes uphill, but this right here is all slanted toward him, and you know, I knew the water was going to come down this hill right here and then cut the driveway. So I just said, man, let's just put something extra in for giggles, and which we did. That's a dual wall 4-inch pipe, and it goes diagonally pretty much underground right here, comes out right there. And like I said, that's kind of a backup plan. It really isn't gonna make or break this deal here. Got all this surge in the ditches. Luckily I had enough to kind of spruce up some of the areas that I wasn't gonna do. I've still got more surge, and I can do those ditches up top of the hill, you know, for him. I might run and pick those up real quick and just do them anyway and ask for forgiveness later. But down through here looks good. Got all this surged. That side of the ditch is surged. I'm gonna keep going down through here. And this is that little slit out that I made for him. I kind of hope he likes that. I think I got that on video too, where I buried surge up underneath this dirt to make it strong when people turn around. And not just that, he's got such a long driveway all the way down through there. If you really think about it, he's got a couple of places to pull over down through there, but this is another spot that leads up to the top of the hill. If somebody's coming down a driveway, you can always slide over a hair and you can let another car through. You know, then the ditch comes down through here, boom, it kicks out right there, and I'm hoping it'll kind of feather out there in the woods and do its thing. Man, anytime you do surge or rip wrap or anything, what's left on the ground, people don't realize, customers don't realize, that you got to pick all that stuff up by hand. You know, you're not going to scoop all this up. But ditch down through here looks real good. I surged this right here. We didn't really talk about it, but I did it because I liked it. Look, I'll take and pick anything up. If somebody don't like it, I'll just pick it up and do it over again, you know. But I thought it looked good. So I still got to manicure all this stuff up, man. I'm just trying to beat the rain. I am going to skim this up and try to make it look halfway decent and get semi-organized. But I wanted to show you what this looked like before I sprinkle some fours on it. And then I'm actually going to run the vibratory roller over it and pack in these fours. And, you know, that'll at least get us by, you know, until we put the real deal from Holyfield on top of it. So I got to get to work. I can't sit around and watch TV like y'all. Well, my GoPro's dead, so I had to go back to old school using my phone. But this was definitely worth getting my phone out for because I stopped to get some dirt, and this old timer, he just loaded me and expected me to drive this down the road. He was over there working on the pond. Somebody else loaded me before him. But check this out. That's the back of my truck. And let me climb up here where I can show you the load. That's my truck. That's pathetic. I thought it'd be an old timer that I was for sure gonna be took care of. But oh, he took care of me all right. He gave me 2 truckloads of dirt in one truck.